Jessie V, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the very dark history of Raggedy Ann dolls. Now, a lot of people associate Raggedy Ann dolls with the Annabelle doll, which is one of the most haunted dolls in the world, but it actually didn't start off as that. So we're gonna get into the true history and the very eerie myths. We're actually not talking about Annabelle today. I've made a whole other video on that if you want to see that about her. Alright guys, before I get into this very eerie video, I just want to announce, if you have not seen my last video, I have revamped my channel memberships. I have named it Strange and Unusual, so if you would like to be strange and unusual, you can join it. I have linked it down below. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a feature that YouTube has provided to a bunch of creators. It's just another place to support them. So if you would like to join, every single month I'm going to be giving you discount codes to my merch store, discount codes to my Etsy shop, and I'm going to be posting an extra 2 to 3 videos over there that no one else will see except for members. And this weekend I am posting a deep dive into Littlest Pet Shop. It's actually so creepy. So if you'd like to see that, it's coming out in a couple days. So I have linked the channel membership join button down below. If you can't see it on your phone, you might have to go onto your computer or laptop or iPad. And I just want to preface that if you can't join, that is okay. There's absolutely no pressure. That's just an option I have out there if you would like to support my channel in another way. It's just another fun place for me to post content. But nothing here on this channel will change. I'm going to still continue posting 3 videos a week as always. So don't think that channel memberships are like taking something away from you. That's just an extra, but nothing here will change. I just want to like make that known so that no one feels bad in any sort of capacity. Nothing on this Jessie V channel will ever change. It's just like an extra feature. So if you can't join, you are still supporting me every single day just by watching my videos, and I love you guys so much no matter what. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the dark history of the Raggedy Ann dolls. So back in 1914, there was this little girl named Marcella, and she had a father who was an illustrator, a cartoonist, an artist, and his name was Johnny Gruel. One day she ran into her father's art studio and told him that she found a faceless doll in her grandmother's attic. She really wanted to keep this faceless doll, but it did look a little bit creepy. So her father picked up his cartooning pen and drew this happy little face on the doll for his daughter. And then afterwards, she had her grandmother sew these button eyes onto the doll. Reminds me of Coraline. He then wanted to come up with this name for the doll. So he looked at a bunch of these poems that he had lying around on his desk, and he compressed 2 titles of his all-time favorite poems. One was called The Raggedy Man, and one was called Little Orphan Annie. So when he combined the 2 together, it became Raggedy Ann. He asked his daughter if she liked that name, and she said yes. Now, this origin story really differs depending on who you ask. Some people think the father was actually the one who found the doll and decided to gift it to his daughter. No one knows 100% for sure. Regardless though, Marcella played with this doll every single day. She absolutely adored it. So her father thought that if she loved it so much, surely many other kids around the world would love it as well. So on September 1915, he came out with a design patent and began creating hundreds of dolls to give to children. But there is a much darker twist to this story. In 1921, when Marcella was only 13 years old, she was given the smallpox vaccine at school without her parents' permission. Well, the rumor is that she became ill from the vaccine and died months later, and her body was completely limp like a rag doll. It is said that her father started mass producing these Raggedy Ann dolls because it reminded him of the way Marcella died, like a rag doll. But this part of the story was proven to be false. Now, Marcella did in fact pass away after receiving the smallpox vaccine, but it turned out it wasn't from the vaccine itself. It was from the needle not being properly sterilized, causing bacteria to build up around the injection site. They didn't have proper antibiotics or sterilization tools back then, so that's what led to her dying, from the bacteria from the injection site, not the vaccine itself. I don't want to make a video scaring people about vaccines, okay? Back then, things were very different. It's not something we need to worry about in this day and age. Anyways though, her father didn't mass produce the dolls because of the way she died, but because it reminded him of all the happy times with his daughter. He wanted her memory to live on forever. Now, what I find interesting about the original Raggedy Ann dolls is that they had brown hair and they looked very different to what they look like now. Now they have these bright red hair and you can always recognize them when you see them. And apparently the original dolls are worth $5,000 now, which is insane. Okay, I wanted to complete this video with this scary story that I found. Apparently it's a true story, but it sounds kind of scary to be one. It's called The 6 Foot Doll. This is a story from 1980. It's about this 9-year-old girl. Her name was Skylar, and she got this very odd gift for Christmas one year. Her aunt walked into the house pushing a giant box in front of her that almost touched the ceiling. Now Skylar had no idea what it was and couldn't wait to open it, so she ran over and with the help of her parents, she opened the box, and inside sat the biggest Raggedy Ann doll that she had ever seen in her life. It was 6 feet tall, and apparently her aunt had made it herself. It was like a hand-stitched custom Raggedy Ann doll. Now, as sweet as this gift was, there was something eerie about looking up at a Raggedy Ann doll that was just staring down back at her. She put the doll in the corner of her bedroom, and when the lights were off in her room, it looked like a giant monster just sitting there staring at her. I think the creepiest part of this girl's experience is that she said some nights she would hear the doll softly chuckling. And when she told her parents about it, they said that she was probably just hearing the sounds of the vents rattling or cars outside. But Skylar was so sure that the doll knew she was scared of it and was laughing at her at night because of that. In the darkness, she could almost see the shadow of the doll just slightly moving its shoulders up and down as it snickered. Now, the doll only lasted 1 month in her room until they had to move it to storage because it was scaring her that much. Like, this poor girl. I mean, I don't know how I would feel about receiving a 6-foot doll, no matter what kind of doll it was, Raggedy Ann, porcelain doll. Dolls are creepy in general. I don't want a jumbo one. Anyways, though guys, those are all of the Raggedy Ann creepy stuff that I could find. If I missed anything, definitely comment it down below. But if you want me to do more videos talking about the history of toys or dolls or things that have become popular, definitely give this video a thumbs up because you know I love the nostalgia all the time, every day, all day. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you would like to become strange and unusual and join my channel memberships, I have linked it down below. Littlest Pet Shop video coming up very soon. I'm really excited about that one. But if you can't join, once again, I just really appreciate your support either way. Watching my videos is support enough. But yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!